I understand if you three wouldn't settle, but there's some women that are out there, and men too, that
That's
have
true.
to settle because you don't have that, that upper hand to be like, this is what I want in life and this is what I'm going to get. You get what I'm saying? So some people, I feel like you need to be realistic with your life and look in the mirror and be like, can I really have, can I make demands in my world and really get what I want, or do I have to settle? And I feel like that's the realistic, you know what I mean?
Question.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what, I guess, what's realistic, and how does a person look at themselves and then create their expectation based on reality?
Okay, that's really good. I feel like, and y'all tell me, because I know day to day, I just feel like in your person that, you got it. I don't know how to explain it, because you know when you have it and when you don't have it. And what I mean by that, go ahead, Jay.
Because a part of me, I understand where you're coming from, but I also feel as though you're right. Some people do not know that they have power and they have more control over the things that happen than they realize. So if you're in a relationship with someone and it's not going the way you want, or let's say they don't, they're not able to provide what you require in your life. Okay, just because you don't think of yourself, you don't put yourself on a high pedestal, that doesn't mean that you cannot get better than what you have. So it's like, but at the same time, if you're in a situation with someone and, okay, they can't provide everything, but they do a lot of other things that are great. You guys create great memories and stuff like that. That you can compromise. You can try to make something like that work. But I feel like everybody has the power to believe that their situation can be better and they deserve better.
But that's what, speaking of compromising, I think there's a difference between lowering your standards and then be ready to compromise.
Exactly.
I'm very happy to compromise.
Right.
I just don't want to lower my standard to the point where I'm like, I am now taking care of you. I'm not dragging you along to my journey. That's not, we've done that. Like a lot of our young relationships, like that was based on that.
Right.
But once you get into a relationship at this age, it's like, I'm cool with compromising on things that I wasn't expecting initially. But like I'm not dragging you along.
Yeah.
But what are you willing to compromise on? I think that so many people look at or conflate the definition of compromising with settling. So how do you look at whatever your standards are and whatever your reality is and figure out what is a compromise versus what is you settling?
So I think for at least for me personally, I used to always date men that didn't make as much money as I do or weren't as successful as I am in my career. And I was like, you know what? That kind of sucks. Like it sucks that I'm always the one like drags you along. I've gotten to the point where I'm like, I'm okay with dating someone that's not where I'm at in my career. That's not going to be where I'm at in my career. I'm cool with that financial part of it. But I don't want to have to drag you along in terms of like, I still want you to want to do things. I still want you to want to do better. I still want you to be productive. I still want you to like want more for yourself. That's when it's like,
Shouldn't
I'll
have to feel like a
compromise.
parent.
So can you
Yeah,
be with
exactly.
someone? Can you be with someone that's not able to ever like provide for you or be like?
He
more
better
well
win
off
the
than you are?
lottery.
So that's a no then.
No, I would. Like, in all honesty, I don't think that you can. It's hard when you're a person that is successful in your industry. Like, I don't think you can expect to fall in love with someone that's on that level at all times. And again, like when you fall in love, you fall in love. It doesn't really matter who it is and what they do and what their background is. But I think going out to the dating scene in your mid 30s, like you would love to have all of those pieces together. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. And I think that's when the compromise comes in. And I don't think that is lowering your standards. It's more like realizing like, yo, you can't just have it all.
You know what you want too.
Yeah.
And too.
You could too, but then
I like to believe that I can have it all. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, it would be nice. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Even what Alan was saying about like what 50 Cent said, 50 cents. He was saying, okay, 50 Cent was like, I'm gonna get rich or I'm gonna die trying. I'm one of those people. I feel like that's my
Same.
personality. All or nothing.
Yeah.
All or nothing. I don't want half-ass nothing because I am a person that's perfectly happy with being alone with vibrator. So
Another
and
amen.
a little bit of, a little bit of dates
Born
here and there.
though. Yeah.
But at the same time, I want the whole experience.
Yeah.
I want great sex. And when I have that great sex, I want to be in a nice, comfortable environment where I'm looking over my marble counter and my leg is up in the air and my man is doing what he got to do and I got a nice view and it's snowing and there's fireplaces and I need that type of shit for my
Question now,
future.
what are you doing to get that?
Yeah, I'm willing to do what I got to do
You know
to
what I'm
get
saying?
there.
What are the steps though?
I'm going to apply at Walgreens. Then I'm going to trying to become general manager, right? It's like, okay.
But no, I'm being realistic because I feel like that's what everybody wants to know. No, it's like, okay, so we want these higher standards.
You
but then how
can
do
get
them?
those things by not settling.
Yeah.
That's how you get those
meet a
things.
lot
I'm
of
saying by
men.
not settling, that means you just want me to stay home and wait for it to
No,
come. You know
no.
what I mean?
What
Like,
I'm
are you
saying
doing?
is, if you already see with a person that you guys are not on the same page,
Right.
you guys don't have the same goals. You don't want the same. You're not going in the same direction. Or like some people have trauma that they have to deal with on their own, and it's not working right now. Sometimes you can't sit there and wait for that person to get better, or to you can't always wait for everybody. You have to know that every situation has a time limit and a time frame.
I agree.
Fuck what anybody else thinks. I don't care how many men you've seen me date. I don't give a damn. They did not
Yeah.
work out. That person was not the one for me. And I'm not just going to sit here and wait for them to do what I need them to do. No. All right, next.
And I think that's what a lot of people in our moms and dad did. They just
Yeah.
waited
I'm
and
not
stayed
sitting here.
And they
like,
stayed.
Yeah,
and
I
I
don't
like
think
look
that's
at
not
that
us.
now and I'm like, we're not doing that.
No.
I
We're
can
not
turn
staying.
50 and decide I'm moving to motherfucking Costa Rica.
Right. Right.
And I'm just gonna wear cloth and be butt naked or some shit. I can change
that for you.
I can change my whole shit anytime I
Yeah.
want to.
Yeah.
And so people don't realize that you can switch it up. You can whatever. Just figure your shit out. You don't have to settle with Marcus that live down the street from you. You don't gotta do that.
You don't. But then sometimes you do if you
No,
know.
you never
listen,
do.
No, I'm saying no. What I'm saying is, but you also sometimes have to settle when you know you're not going to be getting those. You know that man is going to take you and fly you out and all that. That's not
I
going to
don't think
happen to
it's-
everyone.
I don't know
Guys,
if it's
It's not even that part either, though.
Well,
It's just
listen.
having a companion sometimes. I don't even, if I meet somebody that can't fly me out, we both love sand in our feet. And we both love our little hut on the beach or something like that. And it's not even that big. If me and you can have our own reality together, and let's say, okay, we're no longer into all that technology shit. We just want to come be somewhere, be companions. And I'm 50 years old and I finally met somebody. That's cool. You ain't got to fly me out. None of that. We both decided that that's what we want for each other. I think there are a lot of people that can have that. But again, they end up not looking for it anymore, or not. They just accept where they are, and they never even get to see if they can find that.
I think part of this that we need to think about is how do we figure out what realistic expectations are.
Right.
And so I think one thing that we should consider is, where are you? So you can't make $30,000 a year saying, I want a six-figure dude, X, Y, and Z. Even if it's six figures, it's only $100,000.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're still asking a bit much. I think if you want a man, I wouldn't even say man, if you want a partner who is in shape, but you yourself are not in shape, I think you might need to lower your standards, because your standards, not only are they too high, they're unreasonably high. If you yourself cannot, treat yourself to a nice meal 1 or 2 times a week, you yourself can't go on a vacation 3 or 4 times a year on your own dime. If you can't, do all of these things that you require, it's really difficult and kind of unreasonable for you to expect that from somebody else. I'm not saying that you have to do every single thing, but a lot of things you should be able to do yourself. And I think that's one thing that we kind of need to look at as far as what is unreasonable as far as the standard, and what is just, come on now.
I don't know. A man doesn't. I don't get excited when a man I don't know. I need him to do more than what I can do for myself, because that's what excites me.
No, but that's the thing.
I need you to be do better for me
You
than I can
need
do
a
for myself.
minimum. Yeah, I think you missed what I said.
Yeah, oh, you do,
You
okay.
need to be able to minimally do what you're
okay.
asking of someone else.
Right. If I can take myself out once a week, is it okay for me to have somebody that I expect to take me out 3 times a week?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
But I think going back to like the topic, which is like the versus being single, I think especially a lot of people in our generation, we're very happy and content about being by ourselves.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
scary.
It's so scary, because
scary.
there's nothing that I look forward to more than coming to my couch,
Yeah, so
doing my edibles,
my house is
Laying
clean.
down.
having
Oh,
my
true.
snacks,
No, that's
not
a
talking
fact.
to no one, and
Yeah.
just be like, ugh. Like I love that part of our
that's a
lives,
fact.
and
That's a
like
fact.
that is where I'm like, all
feels
right,
so good.
Yes.
listen, it's one thing about compromising for the person you love, but I'm not compromising if I'm happy by
sanity.
myself.
Yeah.
Your piece is so amazing.
It is
I
so-
can never, I will never,
That
ever,
should come
ever.
first before anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My husband went out of town last week on a golf trip, right?
You loved it.
No, listen.
I would be like,
I was hanging out with my friends in Brooklyn. These like my college friends. And they were like, yeah. and they said something about him. And I was like, yeah, I hope he's having a good time because I'm at the house chilling. I was like, as much as I like for him to be around, it's weird because I love being alone. Like, even if my house is quiet, I'll turn some, what's the Alexa turn on the jams or whatever. I'll be in my house, cleaning up, laying on the couch. I don't even lay on the couch.
Facial, a mask, you know, you just walking around.
Self-chilling. It's like
Once a week at least.
Nobody interrupting your thoughts.
I did now chore.
Yeah.
And normally I keep up my house. You know, I love a curated home.
Yeah.
But I did now chore while
Not
he was
one.
doing not one.
Good for
There
you.
goes some dust. It's staying right there.
Right. No dishes, no laundry, no.
Sometimes that's the thing about being in a relationship. Sometimes it's so much pressure, and you don't. Once you've been in a relationship so long, and you don't even realize how much pressure it is. And sometimes I'm just like, yo, I just want to just take a few days to sit in these sweats, get my motherfucking mind right, and not have anybody ask me nothing.
I want to order
see, I
sushi
feel
for
like-
6
I
and
don't
not
want
be
anybody
judged.
judging me because I might be scrolling
Yep.
for like 45
Yep.
minutes. I don't want
Yep.
nobody judging me because
But that's all good, and I agree to everything y'all saying. But I also feel like it also comes down to communication, because you could still have that and be in that same relationship if y'all brought it up in the beginning. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I gotta do
You're like,
it.
oh, I need this on Mondays. I need my me time. You get what I'm saying? Maybe if you say that, then
if
you
you-
can get those opportunities.
people don't
to
do that in the beginning though. People don't
that's
do
the
that
problem.
Shit. They be like, oh my
Everything's-
god, I
it's
like
peachy.
him.
Yeah,
I
it's
just want to
just
be in his
so-
butthole.
It's dumb. And then you get to this point in the relationship, now you're like, oh, fuck.